In today's fast-paced world, productivity reigns supreme. Every second counts, and the pressure to perform can be overwhelming. We are constantly bombarded with information and demands on our attention. Notifications, emails, and messages flood our devices, making it hard to concentrate. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and struggle to stay focused on our goals. The chaos can lead to stress and a sense of being stuck in a never-ending cycle of tasks. But what if I told you that there is a secret weapon within you? A powerful chemical that can unlock your true productivity potential. This isn't just a myth or a motivational speech. That secret weapon is dopamine. This neurotransmitter is more than just a feel-good chemical. It's a key player in how we think, feel, and act. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical, and for a good reason. It is released in our brain when we experience something pleasurable, reinforcing behaviors that make us happy. It plays a crucial role in our brain's reward system, giving us a surge of pleasure when we engage in activities we enjoy. This reward system is essential for learning and motivation. But dopamine is much more than just a pleasure chemical. It is a fundamental driver of motivation, focus, and goal-oriented behavior. It helps us stay on track and push through challenges. Understanding how dopamine works can be a game changer for your productivity. By learning to manage and stimulate dopamine, you can enhance your ability to focus and achieve your goals. By harnessing the power of dopamine, you can tap into your brain's natural reward system to achieve your goals and unlock a level of productivity you never thought possible. Imagine a life where you are in control, where your focus is sharp, and your goals are within reach. This is the potential that lies within you, waiting to be unleashed. Dopamine's role in motivation is often misunderstood. Many people believe that dopamine is released only when we experience pleasure. While it's true that dopamine is involved in pleasurable experiences, its role goes much deeper. Dopamine is also released in anticipation of a reward. Think about the feeling you get when you are working towards a goal and start to see progress. That feeling of excitement and motivation is partly due to the release of dopamine. Your brain releases dopamine not just when you achieve a goal, but also when you take steps towards it. This surge of dopamine motivates you to keep going, even when faced with challenges. It's the driving force that propels you forward on your journey to success. There's a common misconception that dopamine is all about instant gratification. We often hear about the dopamine rush associated with social media, video games, and junk food. These activities are often seen as the primary sources of dopamine hits. While it's true that these activities can trigger dopamine release, it's essential to understand that dopamine's effects are not limited to short-term rewards. In fact, dopamine is deeply involved in our pursuit of long-term goals and achievements. Our brains are wired to seek out rewards, both big and small. This reward system is crucial for our survival and success. Dopamine plays a critical role in helping us achieve both short-term and long-term goals. It acts as a motivator, pushing us to strive for success and overcome obstacles. The key is to understand how to leverage dopamine to our advantage, using it to fuel our motivation and keep us on track towards our long-term aspirations. By recognizing the power of dopamine, we can harness it to create a more fulfilling and productive life. Using it to fuel our motivation and keep us on track towards our long-term aspirations. This involves setting clear, meaningful goals and understanding the steps needed to achieve them. By setting meaningful goals and breaking them down into smaller, more manageable steps, we can create a continuous loop of dopamine-driven motivation that propels us forward. Each small step completed provides a sense of accomplishment and a dopamine boost. We can create a continuous loop of dopamine-driven motivation that propels us forward. Each small victory along the way triggers a release of dopamine. Each small victory along the way triggers a release of dopamine, reinforcing our behavior and encouraging us to keep striving towards the ultimate prize. This positive reinforcement helps us stay committed and focused on our long-term goals, reinforcing our behavior and encouraging us to keep striving towards the ultimate prize. By understanding and leveraging the power of dopamine, we can achieve a balance between short-term pleasures and long-term success, leading to a more rewarding and satisfying life. Recent scientific research has shed light on the fascinating connection between dopamine and reward anticipation. Studies have shown that the brain releases more dopamine in anticipation of a reward than it does when we actually receive the reward itself. This finding has profound implications for productivity. It suggests that the key to staying motivated is to cultivate a sense of anticipation for the rewards that come with achieving our goals. By focusing on the positive outcomes of our efforts, we can create a powerful feedback loop that keeps us engaged and motivated over the long term. Remember, it's not just about the destination. It's about enjoying the journey and savoring the anticipation of reaching our full potential. Section 5. Dopamine and the power of small wins. One of the most effective ways to harness dopamine for productivity is to break down large goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Each time we complete a step, no matter how small, our brain rewards us with a hit of dopamine. These small wins create a sense of progress and accomplishment, which fuels our motivation to keep going. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of a challenging task, we experience a series of mini victories that keep us engaged and moving forward. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. By celebrating each milestone along the way, we can harness the power of dopamine to achieve even our most ambitious goals. Section 6. Mastering your dopamine. Strategies for maximum productivity. Now that we understand the powerful role dopamine plays in motivation and productivity, let's explore some practical strategies for mastering our dopamine levels. These strategies are designed to help you harness the power of dopamine to stay motivated, focused, and productive throughout your day. First, set clear, meaningful goals. When you have a clear target in mind, your brain releases dopamine in anticipation of achieving it. This anticipation keeps you motivated and driven to reach your objectives. When we have a clear target in mind, our brain releases dopamine in anticipation of achieving it. This not only keeps us motivated, but also helps us stay focused on the task at hand. Make sure your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or SMART. SMART goals provide a clear roadmap and make it easier to track your progress. Second, break down large goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach not only makes the goal seem less daunting, but also allows you to experience a sense of accomplishment with each small step you complete. As we discussed earlier, breaking down large goals into smaller steps creates a sense of progress and triggers dopamine release, keeping us motivated. Each small victory fuels your drive to keep going. Third, create a reward system. Reward yourself for completing tasks, no matter how small. These rewards can be simple, yet effective in maintaining your motivation. Reward yourself for completing tasks, no matter how small. This could be something as simple as taking a break, listening to your favorite music, or enjoying a healthy snack. This could be something as simple as taking a break, listening to your favorite music, or enjoying a healthy snack. And finally, eliminate distractions. Distractions disrupt our focus and interfere with dopamine release. Distractions disrupt our focus and interfere with dopamine release. By minimizing distractions, you can maintain a steady flow of productivity and keep your dopamine levels balanced. Create a distraction-free work environment to maximize your productivity. This means organizing your workspace, turning off unnecessary notifications, and setting boundaries to ensure you can focus on your tasks without interruptions. By implementing these strategies, you can take control of your dopamine levels and unlock your full productivity potential. Remember, productivity is not just about working harder, but also about working smarter and maintaining a balance that keeps you motivated and fulfilled. Section 7. The power of habits. Harnessing dopamine for long-term success. Our brains are wired to form habits, and dopamine plays a crucial role in this process. When we engage in a behavior that leads to a reward, our brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with that behavior, making it more likely that we will repeat it in the future. This is why habits are so powerful. By consciously creating positive habits that support our goals, we can leverage dopamine's habit-forming power to our advantage. Start by identifying small, positive actions you can take each day to move closer to your goals. Make it a point to repeat these actions consistently, and over time, they will become automatic, requiring less effort and willpower. Section 8. Dopamine detox. Resetting your reward system. In today's hyper-stimulating world, it's easy for our dopamine receptors to become overloaded. Constant exposure to highly stimulating activities, such as social media, video games, and junk food, can desensitize our brains to dopamine's effects, leading to a constant craving for more stimulation. This is where a dopamine detox can be incredibly beneficial. By taking a break from highly stimulating activities, we can reset our reward system and increase our sensitivity to dopamine's effects. This can help us appreciate the simpler things in life and find joy in the pursuit of our passions. Consider incorporating regular dopamine detoxes into your routine. This could involve taking a break from social media, spending time in nature, or engaging in activities that promote relaxation and mindfulness. Section 9. Your dopamine journey, a call to action. Understanding the science of dopamine is just the first step. The real transformation happens when we apply this knowledge to our lives. I encourage you to experiment with the strategies outlined in this essay and discover what works best for you. Share your experiences, insights, and challenges with others. Together, we can create a community of support and accountability as we navigate the exciting world of dopamine and unlock our full potential. Remember, the journey to peak productivity is a marathon, not a sprint. By harnessing the power of dopamine, we can make it a journey filled with joy, motivation, and fulfillment.